Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Hybrid Earth and welcome to everyone who has come here to learn something. So in this question they say if y is directly proportional to x squared and y is equal to 20 when x is equal to 2. So we have to find an equation connecting x and y, and similarly we will work out these part as well. The first thing that we need to translate into mathematical form is, as they say, that y is directly proportional to x squared. So before writing that one, I need you to recall something from our previous lectures where I told you that when we have two quantities or two variables and they are in direct proportional to each other, it means that y increases or one quantity increases or decreases, the other quantity changes in such a way that the ratio between the two remains constant, and we usually represent this constant with a k. Okay, so this k is known as the constant of proportionality, and this k is not equal to 0. Okay, so when we have this type of relation, we would say that the two quantities or the two variables are directly proportional to each other. Now in this question, as we have been given that y is directly proportional to x squared, so all I need is we have this one quantity, so I will write this as y is directly proportional to x squared is equal to k. Okay, so I have translated this y is directly proportional to x squared to mathematical form. This is what I have to tell you. I can write this as multiplying both sides of this equation as y divided by x squared multiplied by x squared, and this side will also be multiplied with x squared. Now this will cancel with each other, so all I will come up with y is equal to k times x squared. Okay, so we know that this k is the constant of proportionality. To find out its value, I will use this given information of y is equal to 20 when x is equal to 2. So all I need is just this given information into this equation to know the value of constant of proportionality. So will I do so? So substituting y is equal to 20 and x is equal to 2 into this equation to know the value of this k. Okay, so substituting 20 for y and 2 for x. So as we know that this is square, so for x I have just substitute this 2 and k will be as it is. So I can also write it as 20 divided by 2 2s are 4. So this is equal to 5, as for 1s are 4 and for 5s are 20. So we came to know that this k is equal to 5 in this equation. So we will just plug in or substitute this k is equal to 5 into this equation. So this equation will come up y is equal to 5 times x squared. No, this is the equation y is equal to 5 times x squared, or this is the equation that express y in terms of x. So for this I can say that y is equal to 5 times x squared. Now this will be the master equation or the main equation that we will use to count this y and x. Okay, so now it's time for part 2. So this part 2 where we have been asked to calculate the value of y when x is equal to 3. We know that y and x are connecting by equation y is equal to 5 times x squared. So all I need is just to find out the value of y. To do so, I will substitute x is equal to 3 into this equation. So I will come up with y is equal to 5 times and 3 square. So 5 times 3 3s are 9. So now 5 times 9 will give us 45. So when x is equal to 3, we say that y will be equal to 45. Okay, so this is the answer. Now it's time for part C, and in this C they say find the value of x when y is equal to 1.25. So again we have to use this master equation, or we have to express that equation that connects x and y. So that is y is equal to 5 times x squared. Now it's time we have to hunt for x. So all I need is just substitute this value into this y, that is 1.25 into this equation. Just plug in, so 1.25 is equal to 5 times x squared. So as I have to find out this x, so I will isolate it. To do so, I will divide it by 5 and this side as well. And this side it will be cancelled, and here I will come up x squared is is equal to 1.25 divided by 5. I will use calculator and I will come up with 0.25. Alright. So x squared is equal to 0.25, and again using calculator to find out this x, I will come up with taking square root on both sides. So and here as well. So as this square and this square root will be cancelled with each other, so I will come up with only x is equal to plus minus 0.5. One bonus point here, let me include that one. Why when we just calculate this square root, why we mention this plus and minus? If you know the answer, I would like to comment that, to write its reason in the comment section, or let me tell you. So as we know that 9, when I take square root of 9, I will come up with only plus minus 3. Why? Because if I take plus 3 and its square, which is the reverse of this square root, it will give me 9. And again for minus 3, if I take its square, I will again get 9. So this both have same 9, but here the thing which we have just take the square is plus and negative. That's why the reverse of 8 must return this value. That is why we just by taking square root we mention that plus or minus. Okay, now is the time for this last part of the question. They say that draw the graph of y against x squared. Remember that we have been asked to draw the graph of y and x squared. It's not only x. Alright, so keep this in mind. So let me show you the graph of y against x squared. As you can see that this is y along y axis, and along x axis or horizontal axis we have x squared. It's not only x. The key features, the graph is a straight line indicating a direct proportionality between y and x squared, and the slope of the line is 5, which means for every unit increase in x squared, y increases by 5 units. The graph starts at the origin. Since y is equal to 0, x squared is equal to 0, consistent with the direct proportionality. This demonstrates that y is directly proportional to x squared. So I hope you would have learned something from this question. Now do subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.